myself as much time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Ms. Speaker. Do any of us really believe that the resolution in front of us today is a serious piece of legislation? Does it discuss or force a debate on the really tough issue of how big this conflict is? Who is it that hates America and others so much that they are willing to kill innocent men, women, and children? Again, it does not do that. There are people who hate us enough to want to kill. I speak of militant Islam's hate for America, a hate that extends to others as well, including Muslims. And these militant Islamists kill. They kill violently and indiscriminately. Who are they? What should America's response to this threat that we and others face on a global basis be? What is America's response to jihadism? How will America win this war against this calculating enemy? How will America lead the world once again in the face of such a ruthless threat? What is a jihadist, other than someone or some group so full of hate that they are willing to kill? I have a passion for understanding this threat. These Islamic jihadists are a fringe element of Islam, who have very specific ideas about how to revive Islam, return Muslims to world power, and how to deal with their enemies. They are committed to a violent overthrow of the existing international system and to its replacement by an all-encompassing Islamic State, the Caliphate, as it's called. This is more than just about Iraq. It is a much bigger problem. It's also clear that this jihad is about them, their God, their religion, before it becomes anything about anyone or anything else. That's right, it's about them before it's about us. And that's why this resolution comes up so short, because it does not address all of these issues. I'd like to just yield to my colleague from California, Mr. Campbell.
I thank the gentleman from Michigan for yielding. You're right. Big problem, big issues, and this resolution doesn't address them. What does it do? It basically says that the military leaders have a suggestion that we have reinforcements that they believe may improve the situation, help us get a victory in Iraq. But now they can't guarantee that. The President can't guarantee it. Nobody can guarantee it. But what does this say? It says we're not going to do that. Okay, fine. But what are you going to do instead? This resolution, by rejecting the only plan on the table, basically is saying, stay the course. Keep the status quo. I don't think the status quo has been working. I think we know we have to make some changes in strategy and whatever. We have to make something work. But this basically says, we'll take the only plan that's out there and reject it. We won't do it. So my question would be, what do you do instead? What do you do to ensure that we don't have a genocide in Iraq on the scale of what's going on in Darfur? What do we do? What do you do if you don't want to do this plan? What do you do to ensure that terrorism does not grow and flourish in Iraq, and that then they come to attack us on our soil again, which they haven't done for 5 years? What do you do to protect our troops? I think these are a lot of questions that we have, Mr. Hoekstra, which is why just saying no to the only plan that's on the table won't do it. It's kind of like a football game. The coach and the quarterback call a play, and they're in there, and then someone runs into the huddle and says, nope, we're not going to run this play. Well, what play are we going to call? Well, we don't have a play. So the quarterback gets under the center snaps the ball, and nobody goes anywhere. Nobody knows what to do because there's no play. There's no plan. That will fail. This simple stay the status quo resolution is not the solution. I yield back to my friend from Michigan.
Thank the